guys, welcome back to my channel, to another video. And I will say, I did choose Chaos today, I think I did. I don't know, I think I definitely chose Chaos, because woke up this morning thinking, oh, I'm just gonna spend the whole day, I'm gonna spend the whole day working on Love Physical Touch. I want to get, like, so much done, be, like, I wanted to at least finish chapter 2. Did that happen? No. It is currently 7:24 p.m. as we speak, and have I done? I have wrote in Physical Touch, but I definitely chose Chaos today because I made a decision to start outlining and start working on a fantasy novel because of, because I'm like, because I was watching TikTok yesterday. I was watching it today. Well, I always do because I love TikTok, obviously. I was watching TikTok, and someone said, I don't know what it was, I can't remember what it was from, but someone said something about a book that was like giving Love Island slash what something, and I just got this spark of an idea. I wrote it down in my notes app, and I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay, and then also I'm like, oh, I just want to outline this, so I decided, oh, I'm gonna film this. And then I decided, I'm like, oh, and I made the decision to kind of put Love Physical Touch, Love Physical Chart, yeah. So, this video is going to be all about me starting, just talking about, because I really started vlog of doing that, but I scrapped that, so you probably won't see me do the first, you won't see me do the first, you won't see me do the synopsis. So I already have the synopsis, I already have the code name. It's called Project Deadly. I don't know, I think there's gonna be a lot of people because it gives me the idea of how like a reality TV show is when there's something. So I'm recently watching a show that basically is called a show I'm watching, and it's kind of fun inspiration about trying to equate it, but that in a fantasy way. I will say this is definitely, I don't know, this is what I did, because I was watching a YouTuber, watching a writer, watching a girl that, a office tuber, and she was making a mood board, or like a, um, she was making like a, and I was like, okay, so I want to make a mood board, and I found this picture. This is the picture that kind of sparked, that gives me, because I have this image of like a castle, of I want to incorporate in this book. There's a castle that I want to incorporate in this book. Not, like, I want the castle to be a big part of it, Cause this book is basically about how, it's basically, me actually, I know you're not really supposed to give a synopsis, but just to give you guys an idea. So if you do not want to hear the synopsis of this book, I don't know if this will be the fully synopsis if I ever publish this book, if I ever make it to publishing this book, if this ever book is written. Because I've already hit,
Hi everyone, it's me. Welcome to today's video. You guys have already seen the title of this video, but I have something to confess. I did break my book buying ban. So you guys know this already, but I have just been on, I would say, like a soft book buying ban lately for the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, you could say. I have still kept up with like book subscriptions, so Book of the Month is actually the only book subscription that I am subscribed to, so I have been keeping that going, and I've also been getting pre-orders for books that I have already previously pre-ordered, if that makes sense. Like when I entered my book buying ban, I wasn't like, I'm going to cancel my pre-orders for new releases coming up, but it was more
So do you want to not hear the synopsis of this book, the possible, I don't even know if it'll be the full synopsis, I just kind of want to give you like an idea of like, because I feel like I can't wait to play it except for reading this.
It was him. He made me break my book buying ban. And just
so I'll give you a couple seconds to decide if you want to hear the synopsis or not.
Saying that they had just restocked their Jellycat.
Okay.
And I saw him.
Says a group of men and women are entering this competition hoping to find love, but knowing beforehand that they will have to compete in several deadly challenges to end.
I'm just a girl. What can I say? There were so many books around me.
To end the challenge, someone has to die. After every competition, the couples are mixed up. You with someone else after every competition. We make it for the love, the lies, and the killing. So, you know, it's like, that sounds good to me, but guys, literally, I was just like, you know, I was just thinking, because I love this, like, I feel like, can I just imagine me writing this first, I don't know, and then when it came to, like, the world building, because I already have, like, a scene.
So the first 2 I got are actually The Gilded Cage and The Blood Trader. These are the second
I already have
trilogy by Lynette Noni. I did read the first one a couple months ago, and I really enjoyed it. It's just a very fun YA fantasy series. It feels very nostalgic. We have trials. We just have, like, kind of all those tropes that make us feel like we're living in the past, but in a good way. I thought The Prison Healer moved really fast. The world is very simple. It's easy to read.
You know,
the plot and the characters just, like, grip you. I just, like, really like the first one. It wasn't a perfect read for me, but I can see the potential of
you know, but when it came to, like, because I can already tell I'm not gonna like having the world build, and then what scares me is, I'm like, I know, I don't even know if this is a book in a series, I'm assuming it's gonna be a one book series, well, whatever, but what if it is, because I'm like, okay, do I do 5 characters, do I do 4, do I do 3, because, you know,
she's grown up and lived in prison her entire life, and she was captured just kind of because she was with the wrong people at the wrong time, or just, you know, the world is corrupt, and she's not really in the prison for anything that she has done specifically. It's just, you know, a time of bad circumstance. But as she's grown up in this prison, she's kind of,
you know, so it's like, okay, so I'm just like, I don't know, but like, I have this image for it. Not this image, but I have an image, obviously, I do have an image, of course I do.
Trials to determine their fate, and the leaders of this world want this particular rebel to be conscious and able to do these trials. So this rebel is currently unconscious.
Because when it comes to this, because, you know, I decide, because I feel like, with this synopsis, I feel like I have to make it, because I felt so I was like, oh, like, I go through these stages where, like, I feel so, like, when I start a new draft or start anything new, I go into these stages where I literally, I go through, not stages, but I definitely go through, like, you know,
very recently, and I'm so excited to continue in the series because I love the characters.
You know, so it's like, when I see this, I know, I have an idea, but I'm like, okay, so I have to make the characters, obviously. Do I do 3 characters? Do I do 4 characters? And I'm kind of like, you know, because I felt very, very good about this. I was like, okay, after I wrote a synopsis, I had to write a synopsis, I think, 3 times. But, because I didn't like the way it looked. But, after looking at this one, I actually like this one. Look, I think I'm going to put this out while I'm talking to you guys, so I can make it into my Bible. But, you know, so I was like, okay, because you know, when it comes to like, this is how I felt today. I think I felt every single emotion today. And I know myself because, like I said, it's currently Saturday. It's currently Friday. I'm supposed to be with my mom right now, but she got sick on Wednesday. Wednesday night. So I ended up going home yesterday after my dad got home from his appointment. And so I got back, whatever, I think you heard me say, I don't know. And I was like, okay, so, and I will say, I'm not on different, whatever. So, I was supposed to be with Mom, like, right now, obviously. But I'm like, okay, because I feel like right now, I definitely feel stuck because I've only really read 2 books this month. Yes, I've only read 2 books.
And then the last item that I bought actually includes 4 books. So I did purchase the entire Ember course
and then
box set. So I have the Ember and the Ashes.
So I don't know how to describe it. Like, I feel like I need to, and then like today, because I'm trying to plan like when these back to school videos are going to come out, because I'm trying to be prepared, because this is the dilemma. So technically, after film this is Friday, July 18th. I have 2 appointments tomorrow. 2 appointments next week. On Tuesday, I have a dentist appointment at 4 o'clock. And then on Wednesday, I have an orthodontist appointment at, I think, like 1 o'clock. I don't know. That's it for the week. The next week, I have to go, I'm getting my nails done, and I'm getting my hair and my nails done. Okay. And then the week after that, I'll probably won't be here. Because my stepmom and my dad have to go back to work on, have to go back to work on the 1st of August. So I'll probably with my mom then. So technically, I want to film everything I need to film. I need to film my blow-up video and my back-to-school video but I need to remind my dad about that. Remind my dad about that. Because of, I want to do the back-to-school video next week because of, I'm supposed to be, keyword supposed to be. There's 2 days where you'll be the schedule. I should see my schedule next on the 21st and 24th. So, I'm gonna have to wait.
I would love to get my hands on next for whenever I fully release myself from my book buying ban, or for the next time
I don't know. I still just can't make up my mind about
very quickly the books that I want, that I desperately want to obtain. The first book on my want to buy list is Heavenly Bodies by Imani Iriu. This sounds so wonderful. I've had this recommended to me because when I was reading Zodiac Academy, I really liked the idea of a zodiac or a sky-based magic system, and I think Heavenly Bodies gives that. But I believe this style of fantasy or romantasy will agree with me more just from, I don't know, some of the feedback that I have seen about this book. This book is Ennis Lover's romantasy based on the stars and
so it's like
mythology as well. So that was definitely what
I have 3 weeks until I start school. I have 19 days until I start school. It's my first day of school. So technically, from now until at least until July 31st, I need to film my back to school video, my glow up video for school, and then the night before, because I probably won't be back until at least the night before I go back to school. So I've considered not filming my night before school starts vlog, but I wanted to see if people have filmed that kind of video, because I tried to film it, a couple last year, and it didn't make it on the place of the earth. But, weeks I have to film.
over again, but you guys
Which that's not too bad for me. Well,
I just blindly commit book Rex at this point. The next one is another viral release that became super popular recently. That is Direbound by Sable Sorensen. This one I've heard is basically Fourth Wing, but instead of dragons we have direwolves. So we have the same military academy setting, I think, but yeah, essentially the dragons are swapped out with
so you know,
direwolves, and I love direwolves. So this one
I think
has
on page, and I feel like I will say my writing will definitely be a pivot in that.
of this book. I'm still very interested seeing how this dire wolf spawn magic military academy plays out. I'm really curious with this one. Next up, Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. This one is another that I've heard so much about, and a lot of you guys have also told me I desperately need to read this one, especially after I read Recursion by Blake Crouch recently.
I have to wait
really
for a minute
loving
for it to
that
like.
book as a sci-fi. A lot of you have recommended this one to me, so definitely on my wish list. Also have Voice of the Ocean by Kelsey and Peach K. I've talked about this one recently.
You know, so it's like, okay, you know,
but it
because
is a book that I
definitely,
anticipating the release of, but I have not gotten my hands on a copy yet. But essentially, this one is a pirate mermaid romantasy, and that sounds like so much fun. I haven't really read
because
fantasy that is pirate.
as someone who,
Want that one.
I'm not usually the one.
Here, I've been really mixed on Carly Fortune books lately, but I do think her books give a wonderful summer vibe. Her plot to me leaves something to be desired, but I've heard some really good things about this latest release by her, so I definitely want to give this new one a try. And I do have The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings on my wish list. I'm honestly a little bit conflicted personally with Jessa Hastings right now. I'm still kind of navigating how I want to proceed with this author moving forward, but I do think she is a very talented writer. She convinced me with the Magnolia Parks series, and I've heard really good things about The Conditions of Will. I think I've heard it's also loosely connected to the Magnolia universe, like certain characters maybe get mentioned. That intrigues me as well. Ooh, Shield of Sparrows is also one that is on my radar by Devney Perry. I've never actually read a book by Devney Perry, but I know she's a very popular author, and I know a lot of people love her books. But Shield of Sparrows, another one.
So, you know, it's just like, when it comes to this, I'm definitely,
Shield of Sparrows, that was a big thing, and I think from what I've heard, Shield of Sparrows seems like it'll be more up my alley than Silverleaf was. I have a lot of hope.
I will clean out a binder
Really
for this tomorrow. I think I do have a like monthly reset plan for,
more of a romance with a magical setting.
you know, so I will put this in there. Yeah, so it's definitely, it's called Project.
It's also gorgeous. I love all the flowery things on the cover. The Starless Sea by Erin Morgan.
I think I'm gonna call this Project Outline Project because I don't feel like I've talked about my really out. Because, you know, I've tried to write a fantasy novel. I've actually tried not to write a fantasy novel. I've tried to write.
I recently just finished the third book in the series. I do own the fourth, but the fifth one I don't have yet. So I will need to.
I've tried to write.
I finished the fourth book. I have Heat of the Everflame by Penn Cole. This is the third book in the Kindred Curse saga, I think it's called. The first book is Spark of the Everflame, then we have Glow, and this one's Heat. And I think the fourth one is out as well now, called Burn of the Everflame. This third book is, I think, like 1,000 pages long, which is a little wild, but I'm definitely curious to read this one. I did really like Spark of the Everflame. I was mixed on Glow of the Everflame. Overall, I liked the story, but the main character, DM, really bumped me. But the story was good enough that I do still want to continue in the series, but I'm a little intimidated that this next one is literally 1,000 pages long. Oh my gosh, Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales by Heather Fawcett. I definitely need this one. This is the third book in the Emily Wilde series, which is a lovely, cozy fantasy fae series. I've honestly been a little bit mixed on this series as a whole. I've read the first two books, and I love the cozy vibe, but I feel like the first book in particular was a little bit boring for me. It lacked a little bit of plot, but I did enjoy the second one more, and I've heard from people who have finished the series that the plot just gets even more plotty in the third one. Like, as the series goes on, the plot takes more of a forefront. So I do have hope, and I definitely want to finish this series as well to see where it goes. Next up, The Darkness Outside Us by Elliot Schreifer. This is a weird sci-fi
I will say,
romance.
this video will not come out until...
I don't know if it's, what do you call like a sci-fi?
This video won't probably come out until September because this is how I feel like in so many videos, because technically I've had July and August planned out for the longest time. I will say for the longest time, and I think, but I don't know. So I think there will be multiple videos that I definitely filmed. Like in July or August, or July or June, and they're not coming out until September. You know, it's just how. This is how stuff worked out for me. I don't really know. So, yeah. I feel like these videos are just so boring. I don't know. I decided, like, oh, I'm just gonna talk about this one, you know.
Although I'm a little bit torn on whether or not I want to read this one now, so I may remove this from my wish list. TBD. This is like more of a dark romantasy, and I'm not usually a dark romance lover, so I'm a little. We'll get back to that one.
So
the next book I have on my list is.
I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I don't really know if they're just talking about ranting about the stuff that I always talk about and about my upcoming outlining project, Project Deadly. That sounds so weird to say. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!